Exciting news, it is finally warming up outside. That means we could finally check off an item on our list before race season. And that is painting some of the body panels here on the race car. I got the paint booth set back up again next door, have the new race car covered with some plastic. I ran out of plastic, so I didn't cover up the two other cars. I'm hoping the overspray doesn't reach that far. Hopefully not, I guess we'll see. Welcome back everyone to the davidarute Racing channel. Back up here in the race shop. It's time to jump into the paint booth and get to work. Time to check out what body panels we're working. Some of you may have seen these already. I know my paint booth is quite impressive over here. First, we got the new roof. This is the fiberglass roof and 3 hoods. And as you can see, every hood is a little bit different. I already tried painting the roof and these 2 hoods here, and I unfortunately ran out of paint. So I tried painting these about a month and a half ago. They were coming out good. I just ran out of paint here at the end, just using some single stage paint. So I have to start over, repaint these 3 items, and that one I still need to prime and completely paint. So we got our products over here that we're gonna be using today. The Omni single stage paint. Got this white scanned over at Napa Auto Parts. It matches the aluminum. We got our primer here as well, we'll mix up. Exciting upgrades to the paint shop is this new paint gun from the Jungle website. You could get anything on there. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, check that out. Drizzle. Bang, bang. Yeah, I don't know, hopefully it works a little better. I think some of the problem I was having was the paint gun didn't have enough adjustment to it. But we will see. It also might be user error. So I gotta set up this paint gun still. Ooh, nice little case it came with. Wow, look at all these parts in here. Whew, what am I supposed to do with all these? Lots of parts came with these. So it came with its own pressure regulator, which is good. This is the adapter. So here's our setup, probably not the best setup. Some of you painters are probably gonna be rather upset with me on this project. Now the paint is locked into this container and it can't spill out the top, which I'd rather have. Makes it a lot easier to paint. Cool. So there's the setup we're gonna be using. Before we get to using the new paint gun, time to show you around my custom paint booth. We got the plastic wrap on the wall there. I got the back window open for air circulation, upgraded to 2 box fans and 1 single circular fan. Got the air moving in here. First, I have to clean up all of these pieces, just do a final wax remover, grease remover, clean them up, run a tack cloth across. Then we'll go ahead and spray primer on that hood first. All the rest already have primer and some base coat on them. I wet sanded all of these down so they're ready to go. First, let me go ahead and clean up all these pieces. I already wet sanded all this to open up the, I guess the pores, or make something so the new paint will grip onto it. Just doing a final cleaning to get any unwanted grease and dirt off of this. We'll let them dry for a little bit before we start painting. There's no hole cut in this hood yet because we haven't actually fit it to the car. I picked up this hood the other day. While I'm painting everything else, I figured I will get this painted as well so we could cut the hole and fit it later on when we finally get the engine installed. Now I'm just gonna hit it with the tack cloth, pick up any last bit of junk. I waited till it was warm enough outside because not much heat gets to this side of the shop, especially with the plastic up. So it's actually around like 50 degrees outside. T-shirt weather up here in New England. And I'm hoping that will be warm enough to help this paint lay down flat. So I was having some fisheye problems last time I was painting. Not ideal. Now we're gonna mix up our primer, 2-to-1 ratio. You probably don't need much because it's just one hood, right? And then we need 1 part catalyst. Hopefully that's enough. Lock that in. Bang, we're in business. I have the pressure set to about 30 PSI, so I'm just gonna give it a test because I don't know what any of these adjustments do. There's a lot of them. Okay, so that's clearly not working. You gotta get more paint spray out of that. Bigger fan, please. Okay. What do you guys think? Think that will work? There's a lot of adjustments on here. That's why I'm starting with the primer on this hood to get adjusted to this new gun. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw my paint mask on. So that's our first coat on the primer. I think this laid down pretty good. I went a little thin on the first coat. We'll go a second coat here in about 10 minutes. And then we'll really make sure it's laid down good and full coverage. I think I have enough paint left for the second coat, and then that will be it for primer. We'll let this sit for about an hour to harden up, and then we'll do the base coat after that. While we're waiting for that base coat to flash off here for 15 minutes, wanted to give you guys a run through the shop again, a little check-in on all the race cars and the status of all of them. It's been a little while since my last video. It's been just really cold and snowy, and not much has been going on here in the race shop to make a video out of it. So to start with, we got the SK over here. This is the car we ended the year out with in 2025. This is a Troyer SK. Got the seat mount of that. You guys watched that video. This car is almost 100% ready to go. Still waiting on a design. I have an idea of what to do. I might put it out for you guys to vote on, to take a preview of. We got headers mocked on there. We got to weld tabs on the mufflers still. Got the body on, bumper, suspension. Still trying to finish up the wiring. We're really close on that. The dash is in. We just got to finish up some plugs. Seat belts, you saw me get those finished up. So this car in really good shape. We got some tin work made for the back here. Got that in last week. The tour modified. Nothing really changed over here. Just going through it every so often, making sure everything's good. But then the new car is where we're making the most progress. Let's go ahead and show you guys some stuff we've got done here. Last you saw was me putting together the fuel cell and the fuel lines. You'll see the brackets came in that we were waiting on the material. So we got that 12-gallon fuel cell mounted to the 22-gallon brackets. So we could dismount that and put a 22-gallon in on our extra distance races. That is getting finished up. We just got to get those pieces powder coated. So got that in there. The fuel lines are all ran. The brake lines are all hooked up. We started bleeding those the other day, no leaks. So my fittings did pretty good. And like I said, we did put an engine in this car. This is not the one that we're gonna run in this car. This is my spare engine I keep here in the shop. We put this in here so we could start running the electrical, and also so I could figure out where these fuel lines had to end, while also trying to run the fuel line for the carburetors. So we just put this in here to mock up everything else and figure out what other parts we needed before the engine we're gonna be using gets back from the builder. Still waiting on a seat for this car. It should be here in a couple weeks. Other than that, we're in really good shape. Started to put some body panels on it. As you can see, got the nose on. Got a grill screen made up. Alex built that the other night. Been working on that for a little bit. So that is an update here in the race shop. Not a single car has any graphics on it yet. It's very unlike me to have them not finished up yet, so a little sore subject. But that is the update over here on the race shop side on all the race cars. We'll go ahead and wait for that primer to dry up a little bit, flash out. It's been a total of 4 minutes, so we'll jump back on that and do a second coat here soon. Time to go put the second coat of primer. On. Let's go ahead and do that. So this will be coat number 2 and hopefully the final coat. Got the second coat of primer down. Looks like it covered pretty well. Gonna go ahead and clean up this paint gun, let this dry for 30 minutes, then we'll come back and put the first coat of base layer down. Time to open up this white, get it mixed up, and throw down the first coat of base. Yeah, that's very white. So this is a scanned match of the white aluminum panels that I have on the car. So it matches perfectly. The ratio, I believe, is a 4:1 to 1. I should probably double check, right? I shouldn't just be guessing what mix ratio. That'd be pretty silly of me. Oh, 8:1 to 1? Wow, I almost royally screwed that up. It's 8:1 to 1. We'll have to mix up quite a bit of this. We'll probably have to do 2 mixes. So let's see how this goes. Oh no. Did you guys see that? The paint was just going down the side as I was pouring. Luckily, we didn't make too big of a mess. Mix it up. Got the paint mixed up into the paint gun now. Says the pressure at the air tip is about 10 PSI. I think that might be this top adjustment. I'm gonna leave it the same as I had it when I was doing the primer for now. Go ahead and test it on our piece of cardboard. Make sure the fan itself is enough. Yeah, 40 at the gun. Ooh, wow, yeah. All right, we gotta put 3 coats down. This first one's gonna be a lighter coat. I'm probably gonna do all of them with the first coat, then go with the second heavy coat on the ones I already did white, and we'll have to do for sure 3 coats on this hood here with the primer. Let's go ahead and throw the first coat of base down. There we have coat number 1 on the base coat white. Went pretty thin on the primer one. Actually, I went pretty thin on all of them just to set that first base coat. Hopefully it tacks up here. I think it's 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll go ahead and put down the next coat. It looks a lot better than when I was using my other paint gun. This one just is putting it on much smoother. Let this flash for about 5 minutes, come back, put the second coat of base on. Possibly the last on these pieces here. We'll have to definitely do 3 on the hood that we just primered. All right, it's been around 6 minutes. The first coat has flashed. We're ready to put the second coat down of base. This one we'll put down a little heavier to get coverage, and then the final coat, depending on how these ones look, the final coat is how we need these to look, because this is a single stage paint. I read if you're using single stage, you have to do the final coat how you want to look, so put it down wet. So that's what we're gonna try to do here next, especially here on the roof. We got 2 more coats to do. Let's go ahead and get to this next coat. That's base coat number 2. These actually are looking pretty good. We'll go ahead and let these flash again for another 6 minutes and we'll come back to this when they're ready. Guys, these pieces actually came out pretty good. I'm happy with how they're looking. We got a good gloss to them. There appears to be some sort of, I don't know if you guys could see all those bubbles in there. That's okay. It's not perfect. It is definitely looking a lot better than the first time I attempted this. The hood that we primed earlier only has 2 coats on it, but it has really good coverage. I think I might have to go 1 more coat on it. There's a little bit of a area here that you could kind of see the primer underneath it, but these ones all are looking good. So I'll shoot this hood one last time and we'll be all done with this paint work. Dave's Paint and Body Shop coming in clutch yet again. Let's finish up that last hood, one last coat of paint. And just like that, we wrap up painting the hoods, painting the roof, and getting those body panels finished up for the 2026 race season. I waited a long time this winter to get those done, just waiting for the weather to warm up outside. Because I don't have a paint booth, I don't have the heater in there, so just using the outdoor temperature to set the temp in that room, that's why those panels don't come out the best as they should. But I was happy with how they came out. I'll go ahead and show you one more time what they look like in the final product. Back into the paint booth we go. And here you have the finished products. They actually look pretty dang shiny for single stage paint. Put 3 coats on this. I did 2 coats on all these hoods in the roof, just because I already did a lot of paint on these prior. There is some orange peel action there. I'm not too worried about it. These are going on the race car, so there's gonna be a lot of rubber hitting these throughout the year. Excited to get these body panels painted. Hope you guys enjoy this video of Dave's Paint Shop back in business. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below what else you'd like to see. Thanks for watching, throttle down, and see you guys at the races.